So hello friends, today we will learn about Feign Client. As we have talked about microservices, so in a system there are generally more than one. In an application or in a product there are generally more than one microservices. So obviously these microservices need to communicate with each other. They need to share data, they need to work in tandem to build a functionality. So there are two major ways of in which microservices communicate with each other. One is using REST API and second is using a message broker or an event bus. So today we will talk about how microservices communicate using REST API. So generally this REST API communication is preferred for reading data, and the message broker kind of communication, which is event driven communication, it is preferred for writing data. Okay, so generally REST communication is used for reading data. So Feign Client is used to enable REST communication in between microservices. This is our microservices system. We have an API gateway, we have an authentication service, we have a front end code, we have product order service, and we have product service. So we learn about details of authentication as well at a later point in this course. So we learn about authentication as well. In this demo we will see a Feign Client configuration, how we use Feign Clients to make REST requests from one microservice to other. So if you can see here, we have the order service. Okay, in the order service we have an order controller, and in this we have a get request, which is get order by ID. So you pass the order ID and you should get the order. Now order contains products as well, so order microservice needs to call the product microservice to get the products. So here we will be using Feign Client. What we are doing here, order controller has order service, we are calling get order by ID. Now this order service has a Feign Client which is called product client, and we are using find products by order ID method in the Feign Client. So if you go to this method, this is our method. So it tells that it should call the product client. Here we don't give the address of the product microservice directly, we go through API gateway. So we give the address of the API gateway, and we create a configuration as well. This is the method of the product microservice that needs to be called product by order ID and then ID. So if we go into the product microservice here, we can see that it must be having this method. So if we see, this is API v1 product, and then we have by order ID and then ID. So this method here, which is this REST point which is here in the product microservice, we are calling from the order microservice using Feign Client. But this product service here is running on port number 8083. Okay, but we are not giving the port number as 8083, we are giving port number 8080. Why we are giving port number 8080? Because we have a API gateway running at port number 8080. Okay, so this is our API gateway. We'll talk more about API gateway in the subsequent videos, but here you can understand that it is a gateway, every request should go through it. Okay, so in the API gateway we have configured this. So whenever there is a authentication request, send that request to port number 8081, and if the URL is auth, add API v1 auth in the URL. Similarly, we have configured a product route as well. Whenever the request contains product, rewrite the part /product instead of /product, do API v1 /product. Okay, and send the request to 8083. Similarly, we have done for order as well. Whenever there is /order in the request, rename /order to API v1 orders and send the request to 8082. So here if we run all our microservices, you will see, let me run all of them. Okay, so all of them are starting one by one, and you can see API gateway is running on port number 8080, order service is running on port number 8082, product service is running on port number 8083, and authentication service is running on port number 8081. So 8080 is our entry point, gateway point through which we enter into the application. Okay, so let me rerun them in debug so that I can show you the complete flow. So here we have started all the services in debug mode. Why I have started in debug? Well, I want to show you the flow. So first of all, when we want to enter into a microservices system, we have to authenticate. So we have to create a JWT token for our authentication. Okay, we will cover that as well when we will learn about this in more detail, but as of now you can see that it is a standard process to authenticate. So what I'll do is, this is my REST client which I use. You can use Postman, but I find this IntelliJ a lot more simpler and easy to use. Okay, so what I'll do, I will first authenticate. So I will call API gateway auth authenticate, and I will pass the add credentials. Okay, so I'm calling API gateway. This request has come inside this authentication service. You can see it has come inside a filter. It will do some filtering, but if you check the response that we have received, let's clear it and run once more. So the response that we have received here is this. Here we have received the access token. Okay, so this is our access token. Let us copy this access token and let us go back into our REST client, and now we will call the order service and we will pass this token that we have received. Okay, let's clear the old responses. So this order request will first of all come to this order controller here, then it will go inside this order service, then it will use Feign Client and it will call the product service. It will land here and then it will go inside product service, and here it will return us the expected products. So let's check that. So let's call. So once we make this request, you can see the request has come to the order controller. Now it has gone inside order service. Now it will call the Feign Client. Using the Feign Client, we have also, if you see our Feign Client code, in the Feign Client we have done one thing. Here we have added this order service Feign config. So because we have added this Feign config, it is kind of an interceptor. It intercepts your request. Why have we added? Because when passing the request, we want to pass the authorization token or the JWT token as well along with the request. So you can see here at line number 22, we are passing the token. We are passing the authentication token using this request interceptor. From the previous request, we are using request context and we are getting the token and we are passing it to the next service where it is getting the request is going. So now you can see that the request has reached the product controller, which means it has reached the product microservice. Okay, and here it will return the response from the product service. Okay, you can see from the product service it is returning the response. So this way we can see here that our request has completed. We have got the response. We can run it once more as well. Let's run it once more. So this is our response. You see, we get the ID, product ID, we get the order ID, and we get the products which are there inside the order. Okay, so using Feign Client, we can make requests from one microservice to other microservice. We can make get requests, we can make post requests as well. But in generally microservice architecture, we should generally prefer get requests because post is used for writing data, and for writing data, we should prefer message brokers. Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll see a demo for that also. But here we have seen that using Feign Client, we can enable REST communication in microservices, and this is the optimal tool. And we have also seen that when calling one service from another service, we can use an interceptor and we can add authorization token because the request will again get verified at API gateway level. Okay, so we have seen this. We'll talk about API gateway as well in the later point in this course, but for now you can simply understand that it is an entry point for each and every request. Okay, so thanks for watching and stay tuned.